Aston Martin Vanquish versus Ferrari 12Cilindri, the ultimate V12 Grand Tourer showdown. The return of two icons. The years 2024 and 2025 brought back two legendary names in the world of high-performance Grand Tours. First, the Aston Martin Vanquish, officially unveiled on September 3, 2024 in Venice, Italy. Though no longer Aston Martin's latest model, it remains one of the brand's boldest reimaginings yet. Then came the Ferrari 12Cilindri, a machine whose very name wears its naturally aspirated V12 heart on its sleeve. Both cars embody the peak of luxury and performance, but with dramatically different philosophies and personalities. Exterior design: British sophistication versus Italian drama. The new Vanquish presents itself as a muscular, aristocratic two-seater Super GT. With its wide haunches, flared arches, and signature Aston grille, it blends timeless elegance with raw aggression. It's a car that feels as comfortable arriving at a black tie event as it does thundering down the highway. Ferrari's 12Cilindri, on the other hand, feels like it landed from the future. Its flowing wind-sculpted surfaces are inspired by the Daytona, with smooth bodywork, tucked horizontal headlights beneath acrylic covers, and a sweeping, rounded rear. Verdict: if the Vanquish is a tailored tuxedo, the 12Cilindri is a sculpted leather jacket fresh out of Maranello. Engine and performance: brutal twin-turbo versus sacred naturally aspirated. Under the hood, the Vanquish hides a monster. A 6.5-liter twin-turbocharged V12 co-developed with Ricardo, churning out 835 horsepower and 737 lb-ft of torque. It rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 3.3 seconds and tops out at 202 miles per hour. It's Aston's most powerful production engine ever. While the team worked hard to keep the sound emotional, the turbos naturally dampen some of that traditional V12 drama. The 12Cilindri goes the opposite route. Its 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 spins to an exhilarating 9,500 RPM, producing 830 horsepower, and no turbos in sight. It hits 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds and offers what many consider one of the most visceral, spine-tingling soundtracks in modern motoring. Verdict: the Ferrari wins on purity and throttle feel, but the Vanquish strikes back with brutal, turbocharged elegance. Digital comfort versus fighter jet minimalism. Step inside the Vanquish, and you're greeted with handcrafted British luxury. A 10.25-inch central display, a 15-speaker Bowers and Wilkins sound system, and supple semi-aniline leather. It balances tradition with modern comfort, making long-distance drives a pleasure. In contrast, the 12Cilindri cockpit feels like you've strapped into a fighter jet. Dual digital displays, one for driver, one for passenger, dominate the dash, while physical buttons are kept to a minimum. It's immersive and focused, but less inviting for those who value ease of use. Verdict: Aston Martin serves up classic luxury with modern touches. Ferrari puts the driving experience front and center, and everything else second. Driving dynamics: Grand Tourer ease versus track-tuned fury. Built as a high-speed cruiser, the Vanquish is comfortable, stable, and planted, a true cross-country GT. Adaptive suspension smooths out the ride, but its hefty curb weight, 4,335 pounds, and lack of a front lift system can make tight roads or driveways a bit tricky. The 12Cilindri feels like a supercar that just happens to have a front engine and Grand Touring label. It's lighter, more agile, and sharper on its feet. But some critics say it lacks the communicative steering found in rivals, like the Porsche 911. Verdict: the Vanquish is the elegant bruiser. The 12Cilindri is the razor-sharp Italian stallion. Philosophy and market positioning: modern power versus emotional legacy. The Vanquish, despite not being Aston's latest release, remains the brand's most ambitious Grand Tourer. It's for those who want Bentley-grade refinement with the raw power of a supercar. It's bold, elegant, and unapologetically British. The 12Cilindri is Ferrari's love letter to its naturally aspirated past, a final anthem before electrification takes over. It's built for collectors and purists, and it carries the weight of history in every rev. Which one is truly greater? Choose the Ferrari 12Cilindri if you're after a pure, emotional driving experience. It's naturally aspirated V12 revs to a sky-high 9,500 RPM, delivering one of the last truly unfiltered automotive symphonies. Dramatic, heritage-rich design. Inspired by icons like the Daytona, it blends futuristic flair with unmistakable Ferrari DNA, collectability, and legacy. As one of the last purely NA V12 Ferraris before hybridization takes over, this car is already a modern classic. But remember, the cabin is minimalist, the controls are complex, and daily usability takes a backseat to passion. Choose the Aston Martin Vanquish if you want effortless, high-speed grand touring. With 835 horsepower from a twin-turbo V12, it delivers immense power wrapped in refined British engineering. Luxurious craftsmanship, a plush cabin with semi-aniline leather, and a Bowers & Wilkins sound system makes every mile feel like a first-class journey. Understated elegance with serious muscle. It's a gentleman's supercar, classy at a black tie event, savage on a mountain pass. However, some purists say the turbos slightly mute the V12 soundtrack, and the infotainment feels dated for its price point.